This is Chapter 3, Section 6 in your textbooks, Solving Equations with 3 Variables. We've been given these 3 equations, which I have labeled as 1, 2, 3 for convenience sake. The first one is 4x minus 3y plus z equals negative 10. The second one, 2x plus y plus 3z equals 0. And the third one, negative x plus 2y minus 5z equals 17. We're going to be solving these similar to the way we solve equations with 2 variables algebraically. So start by picking 2 of the equations. I've chosen equation 1 and equation 2, and we're going to be eliminating one of the variables. And in this case, we're going to eliminate x. So we're going to multiply this whole second equation by negative 2. So the whole thing, both sides by negative 2. And that comes out to negative 4x minus 2y minus 6z equals 0. And then we're going to be combining these. So the x's cancel out, and then we are left with negative 5y minus 5z equals negative 10. Then we're going to pick the second 2 equations, which is 2 and 3. And again, we're going to be eliminating for x. So we're going to multiply this whole second equation by 2, and that comes out to down here, negative 2x plus 4y minus 10z equals 34. And again, we're going to combine those. So the x's cancel, and we're left with 5y minus 7z equals 34. Now we're going to take this equation and this equation that we got up here, and we're going to combine them in order to eliminate one of the variables. Now in this case, it's worked out so that the y's will cancel, so we don't have to change any of these equations right now. So the y's cancel, and we are left with negative 12z equals 24. So z equals negative 2. Now let's use this first equation and plug in the negative 2 as I've done here, and we're going to solve for that. So this becomes positive 10, so negative 5y plus 10 equals negative 10. And then we subtract 10 from both sides, and we're left with negative 5y equals negative 20. So divide negative 5 from both sides, and we're left with y equals 4. Now we have 2 of our variables figured out. We have z equals negative 2 and y equals 4. So we're going to take one of the original equations. So I'm going to use equation 1, and I've plugged in the variables for that, and we're going to solve for x now. So going down the line, we have 4x. This becomes minus 12 minus 2 equals negative 10, and then we can combine these like terms and make that negative 14. So if we add 14 on both sides, we're left with 4x equals 4 because this cancels out. And so we know x equals 1. Now we have all 3 of our variables, and we should go back and check that. So we have, so I'm just going to write it down so that we have them all together. We have x equals 1, y equals 4, and z equals negative 2. And we're going to check that using one of the other equations. So I'm going to use equation 2, and we have, and substituting again, the variables for the numbers. So we have 2 plus 4 minus 6 equals 0, and we're figuring out if this is true. 2 plus 4 is 6, minus 6 equals 0. So these check out, and this is your answer to this system of linear equations with three variables.